morning, my friends. It's Becky, and I am here with my Ynab check-in. If you are new, welcome to my channel. On my channel, I am doing a good midlife crisis where I am journeying through my 40s and I am working oh so hard to get my poop in a group. That means I am working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health journeys. And today is going to be a financial health journey. Though my computer is bound and determined to make today a mental health challenge. I feel like it does this to me every Friday. Um, if you're not new, welcome back. You know, last Friday I didn't have a video because it's been a kind of a tough month, and last month was really tough. This month is working out to be the same, and I forgot to shrink myself into the corner. So I just talked this whole time, and all you could see was me. And I was doing mouse clicks, and I was showing you my new mouse because I bought a mouse. And you couldn't see a thing that I was doing. And so I just didn't have the mental capacity to re-record that video. Um, so that doesn't happen again. I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna shrink myself up into the corner so we can get today started because today my camera installed a bunch of my computer installed a bunch of updates last night, and then when I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, y'all. It is 7:32 now. I was determined to get this video done early and maybe even get it edited and up before I started work at 8 o'clock. But no, my computer did all these updates last night, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna let them run the updates. I'm gonna have it all ready in the morning. And when I turned it on this morning, all of the permissions for my camera were turned off, and my camera, whatever it updated, broke it. Well, even once I turned the permissions back on for my app to access my camera, it was just a black screen. So then I am not a techie person as much as my mom thinks I am. I am not. Um, don't tell my boss because my job is kind of technical support, but like actual inner workings of computers. So I've just spent the last 45 minutes trying to fix my computer, but I did it. I did fix it because here I am. I was like, if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna film this video without me. So y'all don't have to watch a video without me. I don't know, maybe that would have been better. Okay, let's go ahead and get today's video started because I have some stuff I want to talk to y'all about, but I want to do it from the corner so I don't forget to do that. So here I go. Okay, so now I remembered to shrink myself, and you hopefully can see my screen. Here we go. If you're not familiar with this app, this is Ynab. It is short for You Need a Budget, and this is how I digitally cash stuff my money. I am not a cash financer. I don't like cash. I don't do well with cash. If you give me cash, I spend it, which I have found out. I was trying to do a piggy bank, save all my cash. That cash is gone. I have change in there because I don't like change, but I all the cash is gone. I have no cash. I'm not touching cash. But this works very similarly, identically to the cash envelope stuffing method, if you're familiar with that, where you get your money, you assign it, you put it into an envelope. Here's my envelope for dining out. Here's my envelope for groceries. Here's my envelope for my fun money. You put your money into an envelope, and when that envelope is empty, you no longer have funds for that. If you want to pull money out of your fun money and put it into your dining out money or put it into your grocery money, you can, but you just have to acknowledge that once this envelope is empty, you no longer have funds in that envelope. It's a trade off, just as if it was a cash envelope. So if you are interested in budgeting and you, like me, are not good at cash, so you thought budgeting wasn't for you, which is what I thought for years, um, this is a good app for you. If you're interested in trying it out, there's a link in my description box below, and you can get 34 days for free. There's no risk, don't put any credit card information in. If you end up liking it and you sign up for it and you use my link, you'll get an additional 30 days for free. And as a thank you, YNAB will send me 30 days for free as well. So you'll get 64 days for free, and I'll get 30 days for free, and it'll be awesome. Okay, that's my whole spiel, and I won't talk about that again. Let's get into this. The money that you see. Oh, guys, Nathan brought me a coffee. See, he knew I had a really rough morning. He knew, and he brought me a coffee. Thank you. Um, he actually had no clue, so that was just a nice surprise. Also, I bought a mouse. That was like 2 weeks ago. I tried to show you all this last week, but you couldn't see it because all you could see was me. Or maybe you could have seen it. I guess you could have seen that. because you could see me. Anyway, you didn't see that video. Okay, I was excited about my car. This is from Dutch Brothers, which totally not sponsored, but if y'all watched Katie's Budgeting Life, and I think she's on a hiatus right now. I think she's taking a pause until after the holidays to focus on her family, which is totally awesome thing to do. But she was talking about Dutch Brothers when she and her boyfriend Phil went on a road trip to Tennessee. And I was like, I have a Dutch Brothers. I've never been to it. So I went and I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And I'm hooked. And they're opening one in my neighborhood. And now I'm a little bit afraid. And they are the reason that I added a coffee budget line to my budget because I love them. And I may have gotten Nathan a little hooked on them too because they have mango smoothies. They don't just have coffee. Anyway, this money here is the money that I have to budget out. This is a rollover from last week. This is last week I got a paycheck. This week I did not get a paycheck. So I have to roll over money from week to week because I am paid bi-weekly, but I budget my money weekly. And I did go into this last week, but again, you didn't see it. So the reason I do this is because for my brain, even though I give myself $40 a month starting this month, I used to do $50, I'm sorry, a week for dining out, I found that when I put the whole lump sum in here all at once, I spent it all at once. So I got paid every 2 weeks and I just go ahead and I was giving myself $50 a week. I'd put $100 in here for the 2 weeks. I'd spend that $100 in a weekend. And then I'd have to go the rest of the 2 weeks with no money in my dining out category. But if on Friday I gave myself $50 and then on the next Friday I gave myself another $50, it was the same amount of money over the same amount of time, but I could make it last. And that's just the way my brain works. So I spread it out. So since I have to make this money last 2 weeks, I I uh, I roll it over from week to week, which is technically against the rules for zero-based budgeting. But I came up with a way around that, and I'll show you at the end of this budget. And budgeting is personal. That's why I love personal finance. Those of you not new know exactly what I'm going to say. Personal finance is personal. You have to make it work for you or it will not work for you. A good example of that is if you watched my Monday health check-in, which I did on Wednesday, my weekly weigh-in Wednesday actually came out on Wednesday this week because I have been so overwhelmed at work, just mentally overwhelmed. I have I wasn't able to put out a video on Monday. I just forgot it was Monday until like 10 o'clock when I was going to bed. And I was like, I didn't do a video. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do 2 weeks in a row. I did both of my weigh-ins on Wednesday last week and this week. I put them both out on Wednesday. And I'm going to try to do my weigh-ins on Wednesday. Film them and put them up on the same day instead of waiting like almost a week to do it. I'm going to try. But I realized my job rotates not positions. Like there are four of us on our team, and we have four different main tasks, and we kind of rotate between them just because they get stressful when you've been doing them for a while. And one of them is tickets. So like I said, part of what I do is kind of like a tech support. And when you rotate into tickets, I I'm in tickets this month. I don't have the mental capacity to do anything when I'm done with tickets. At the end of the day, by the middle of the day, my brain is just overwhelmed, and it is all I can do to feed myself and put myself to bed. Like, I don't want to do anything else. I don't even want to focus on a movie. Like, if it's on in the background, that's fine, but I don't want to watch anything. I haven't watched YouTube. I haven't responded to comments. I haven't been wanting to do anything. My brain hurts and I'm tired, like just mentally tired. And I just have to realize that I have to give myself the grace when I'm in tickets to just be okay with not hyper focusing on YouTube. And I don't like that because I love being on YouTube. I love hanging out with y'all. I love interacting with y'all in the comments. I love making these videos, but I just don't have the mental capacity for it when my brain is exhausted from work. And that really only happens when I'm in tickets. The other three job duties that we have are fine, which is why we rotate, just to try to give everybody a little bit of a break. And they do back, whoever's in tickets, the other three back us up. But it's a lot. So anyway, all of that to say, I realized yesterday that I had a lot of money in my fun money and a lot of money in my self care. And I was like, I am super, super stressed out. I have a lot going on in my personal life, I have a lot going on at work, and I'm mentally drained and exhausted. And I had what, like $150 sitting here for me to use for my mental health just for fun that I didn't use. I need to use that money. So I think that's important for me in my personal budget to make sure I'm using my spending money, my fun money, because um, I'm not really doing it because, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't have the mental capacity to do anything. The idea of putting on clothes and going out and doing something is draining, but I really think maybe I need to, for my mental health, go do something besides just nachos, which will probably, oh no, tonight I'm going to go see Ginny. That might help me too. Go see my bestie and her babies. That might be good too. Oh, that should be good. That will be good. Okay. Anyway, let's budget. I don't know how far we into this. Somebody's going to put a timestamp and say, here we are, 35 minutes into the video. Becky starts budgeting because I talk a lot, y'all. Okay. So for this, what we have today, I need to fill. This says I have two overspent categories. I do not really. One is reimbursable. I went grocery shopping the other day. I got some things for Thanksgiving. Y'all, it's Thanksgiving next week. By the time I talk to y'all again, it'll be after Thanksgiving. I have no idea how that's possible. But so Nathan is going to reimburse me for that. It'll probably come off of the rent. Honestly, that's fine. It's whatever. He always pays me back. I'm not worried about it. And then the other thing is my Planet Fitness membership, which is just due today. So it's showing as overspent because Ynab already marked it as coming out, but it just comes out today. So every week starting in November, I am giving myself $40 for dining out, not 50. So you'll notice that I still had $8 left. That is because my awesome roommate bought me dinner one night this week when I was super stressed out and didn't have the mental capacity to cook or go anywhere. Stopped on his way home and picked me up food. Um, Groceries, I give myself $100 every week. I should not need much. I've been trying to stock up a little bit here and there for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is Thursday. My mom and one of my nephews are planning to be here. I believe that is everybody. Possibly my cousin will come because he also has celiac. I have celiac, and he knows that I will have gluten-free food available, so he might come. But he also might go in and see his parents. I'm not sure. He will probably decide on that day. He's not really a big planner. Um, but I have plenty of food stocked up, so I should not need a lot of groceries for this week because we have a very large turkey and that will feed us for a while. Fun money, I give myself $10 every week. Ecclesial expenses, I put $60 in here. That is $40 for my donation. This is for my church, and $20 for a meal if we go out afterwards. Y'all, I went to Jason's Deli after church last week for a manager special, which is half a salad and then you get two sides. I upgraded my side to a salad bar because I really can't eat any of the sides there. I got the bag of chips, which I can eat, and then the salad bar, and a tea, and half a sandwich on gluten-free bread, which obviously they charge extra for. $20.42 for half a sandwich and a salad bar. I don't think I'm gonna do that again. But so yeah, I had to put an extra 42 cents in last week. Normally, I don't even use the $20. I don't go out to a meal afterwards very frequently, but we did last week, and I enjoy spending time with my church family. So I went, but good night. And then coffee, I've started putting $15 a week in here to feed my Dutch Brothers addiction. That is all that I'm going to fill from up here. Everything else is either a paycheck week. I fill gas and self-care on paycheck weeks, or once a month. The rest of these get filled once a month, or reimbursable just gets filled when somebody pays me back for something that I have purchased. Here are my bills. So this week for me goes from today, which is the 17th, through next Thursday, Thanksgiving, which is the 23rd. So like I said, Planet Fitness, which is my gym membership, that already came out today, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that. And the Waldo, I've already had that shipped. That shipped on. So this is an every 4 week thing. It's not an every month thing. I just put the 21st because that was like when I first put this in. That was when it was shipping. but now it was on the 13th. So my Waldo is my daily contacts and they shipped on Monday. Hopefully they'll be here. And as I mentioned in a previous video, they had a service failure where they did not ship me my contacts. I called them, they made it right immediately. They shipped them right back out, but they did give me a $15 credit. So normally this is $50, but this month I only had to pay $35. So that was nice. Um, on the not nice side, my internet bill went up like $14. Everything's going up, so I guess I can't complain that it only went up $14. They didn't raise my bill, they decreased the credit they gave me. So I guess that's just a way around it. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that. It's $80.06. I just used a button called underfunded. If you're not familiar with Ynab, if you set targets here, which is how you tell Ynab what you want to fill every month, how much you wanted to ask for, and then once you have that in there, you can just tell it, go ahead and fill it completely, and it will pull in exactly what you need. I had my previous target, I updated it to my new target because this is what my bill is now. Those are the only bills that I have to pay. I do have my mattress firm, which is technically a credit card. So it's down here in the credit card section. And I don't have time to go into credit cards. Normally I talk about this when I fill it, but credit, just know when I opened this, I thought it was a line of credit, and then they sent me a credit card, and it turns out it's a credit card. So it's in the credit card section. This is an $80 a month, zero interest for the life of the loan payment that I have for my purple mattress and the adjustable base that I bought last year after I was diagnosed with celiac. This was a mental health purchase for myself. I needed to take care of my mental and my physical health because sleep is very important. Um, so I did do that. Uh, these credit cards I pay every Thursday, so these are all paid off. This Venmo is from yesterday when I refilled my Dutch Brothers. I used my fund money to refill my Dutch Brothers app yesterday. And then I went to dinner last night, so that's what this $35 is. And then PayPal MasterCard, I paid off everything except for the $35 and I'm waiting on reimbursement. Okay. And then I am going to put an additional $200 into holiday giving because I do have just a few more gifts to buy. I'm almost done. If you watched my November setup, you'll know that my goal was to finish my holiday shopping in November. I'm almost done. And then I have a confession for y'all. I and I have good news. Okay, so last Saturday, I had my in person training for Big Brother, Big Sister. If you've been here a little while, you'll know that I've been working since September to become a Big Sister with Big Brother, Big Sister of Central Texas. And I had my in person training with them on Saturday. I had to drop my car off. I drive a 2015 Kia Soul. Y'all, I'm talking and I'm trying to do this all at the same time and it's not working. Give me 1 second. Let me find the category I'm looking for and then I will keep talking. Surprise expensive. It's going to be my once a year. There it is. I just got to figure out where once a year is. $200 in there for more holiday shopping. And then that's it. Now I'm really done. Okay, I dropped my car off for some recall work because they keep sending me recall notices and I knew that they were going to have to keep my car and it was just such a hassle that I didn't feel like driving down there. But Friday morning, dropped my car off. Nathan picked me up, brought me home. Turns out I didn't even have to. They could have given me a lift home for free and I didn't know that. Like literal lift, like LYFT, the Uber competitor. That was nice, but I didn't know that. So Nathan drove me home. Um, Nathan is my roommate, by the way, in slash landlord. He owns the house and I rent a room from him. He's also like my best friend. So for those of you who are new and who are wondering who this guy who just brought me coffee is. Uh anyway, he picked me up, dropped me home. And then so Saturday morning they still had my car, so he drove me down to go to the Big Brother Big Sister and I went to my training and then I got officially approved this week for becoming a big sister. So I am officially a big sister. They're just looking for a match for me. So I'm very, very excited to get started on that. I hope they find me somebody soon. So I'm very excited for that. But while I was waiting for that, I got the message that they're like, okay, we've got your repairs ready, and here's a list because my car's at almost 100,000 miles. Here's a list of all the other things we want to do. And I'm like, 2,300, there's almost $2,400 worth of work that they sent me a list for. So Nathan, because I was in the car with him, like looked at it and he really likes working on cars, like just for fun. He's not a mechanic, but just as a hobby. So he was looking at, he's like, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. And I'm like, I literally just changed that and that and that. Like those don't need to be done. And then the only thing I had them do is the transmission flush of like this whole list of stuff they gave me. But that was almost $400. So I ended up spending $400 that I was not planning on spending. So that being said, and I did, I paid it off. That's all gone. I didn't put it on a card. But Best Buy has a no interest financing deal right now. So I did take advantage of that last night and I did put about $400 onto my Best Buy card that I have not put onto here yet, and I will. The reason I haven't yet is because I don't want it to come out of my holiday giving. I want it to wait. I'm going to put it in at the end of the month so that it shows as just overdue and not coming out of my holiday. And I will explain that when I do that at the like in next week's video. I'll show you how I do that. Because I don't want it to show as in here. I don't want it to take money away from my available. So it works out to be I'm not going to take 12 months to pay it off, but they have a 12-month no interest financing. So worst case scenario, I have to pay like $35 a month to pay this off in 12 months. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pay probably off in 3 or 4 months. Um, but anyway, I did do that, which I don't advocate doing, and I wouldn't have done if I didn't have the unexpected car expenses. But unexpected car expenses happen, and I was not fully prepared for it. So it did empty out my car expenses, and it did empty out a couple of others. So that is one of the beauties of Ynab, is that you can wham, which is short for whack-a-mole, which I don't know why it's called that, but that's where you pull money from one category to another category to cover things that you need to cover. So it did put a hit on what I wanted to do, but I'm okay. We roll with the punches around here. Um, okay, that is all I have to do. The way I make this a weekly budget is this money that is up here is going to get assigned to week 4. And so next week when you come back to watch me budget my week 4 November's budget, that will be the money that I use. Plus I will have a paycheck. So all right, guys, that's all the time I have, and I will talk to y'all later. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out, and if you are interested in following this or any of my other journeys, don't forget to subscribe and come along with me. I love y'all. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will talk to y'all later.